Alright homies, we have Jeff Hughes versus Juan Espino. And we're going to start with Jeff. So Jeff comes into this fight, 0 wins, 2 losses, 1 no contest inside the UFC. Primarily a stand and bang type of fighter. The type of fighter that's purely looking to use his punching power. Training partner of Stipe Miocic, has been for some time now. So you'd like to assume that Jeff is becoming a better wrestler week by week. Jeff Hughes really hasn't shown us much at the moment. Didn't perform well against Pessoa in his last fight. Hasn't really performed well in any of his UFC fights to date. The opponent, Juan Espino, comes into this fight 9 wins, 1 loss as a pro, making his UFC debut. Espino is primarily a grappler, a Jiu-Jitsu fighter, 5 submission wins in his pro career. It's absolutely no secret what Juan is looking to do. As for his striking, we can't really say whether he needs work there or not, seeing as he's been able to fight all of his opponents in his world, which is grappling. Espino was able to drop Maurice Green before sinking in that rear naked choke, which was kind of surprising to be fair. We have to give Espino credit for that. I do think this is a tough prediction to make. I'm sure a lot of people are going to overlook Jeff Hughes, seeing as he's not been up to scratch so far. But I will say this, Jeff Hughes has his back up against the wall in this fight, just like Ibrahimov. He has to perform in this fight. If he doesn't, chances are he's going to get cut. For Jeff to find success, he simply needs to stay off the mat. For Espino to find success, he simply needs to take Jeff to the mat. That's really the case of this fight, I believe. Espino could absolutely sub Jeff Hughes. But I think Jeff could absolutely shock a lot of people in his ability to stay upright in this fight. For me, I'm going to take Jeff Hughes with his back against the wall to have a good performance, land some heavy punches, and most importantly, stay on his feet. He has to stay on his feet in this fight, because if Espino is able to take him to the mat, is able to fatigue him in a grappling contest, without a doubt, there's no doubt in my mind, Espino will win this fight via submission. But if Jeff Hughes can show us, look, I'm training partners with Stipe Miocic, I have been wrestling, I have been improving, I know what I need to do to win this fight, and that's stay on my feet, I think he could win this fight. So my pick is going to be Jeff Hughes via decision. My odds would be Jeff Hughes -110, Espino -110. I really think a lot of people are going to overlook Jeff Hughes. And like I said, man, if Espino is able to take him to the mat, then rightfully so, people overlook Jeff Hughes rightfully. But if Jeff can, really perform when his back is against the wall, against a 39-year-old Juan Espino, who has been inactive, hasn't made his UFC debut yet, this is a very winnable fight for both guys. But I am leaning more towards the more active fighter in Jeff Hughes. So yeah, my numbers would be -110 each. And the actual numbers for this fight are, Jeff Hughes being massively overlooked here, +240. Espino coming back -300. That really tells me that a lot of people who are laying money on this fight think Juan Espino is going to go in there, take down Jeff Hughes and make easy work of him. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying Juan Espino by no means a Damian Maia, right? He isn't a Damian Maia. He's nearly 40 years old, inactive. Jeff Hughes is going to make it difficult. And I think if he stays upright, he can win this fight.